recorded, so I don't forget to do that. Cool, we're set up on that. All right, guys. Welcome to the Growth Group. My name is Brad Miller. I get to be the host today. David and Terry are doing, I don't actually know what they're doing today, but you know what? They're always planning their work and they're changing lives. So wherever they're at, they're doing something on purpose. Hey, Craig, actually, I have to ask you real quick. How are you doing the background thing real quick? How are you doing that?
Okay, well, this is the, I'm going to show you behind the magician's
Oh, got it. Okay.
wall. So this is a piece of presentation board that's painted. It came green, $7. Then I just set it up on an easel, and so when I zoom in, you get a little bit of branding kind of going on. What I was thinking about doing with this particular thing, I won't take too much of the time here, but if someone wants to see a before and after picture, I can just click that and say, here I am, all chubby neck and all, right? Or, do something like that. Anyway.
Well, Craig, you might have to do a quick video on how to do that, because I think we all learned something that we might be able to integrate, which is actually part of my topic that I want to talk with you guys all about today. The cool thing is we're all different. Every different person here brings a little bit different perspective, strength, passion to their business. And, I'm excited to talk a little bit about, share with you guys a little bit today, just as a growth group and sharing from, what has transpired and what I'm working on, and personally just what I've gained from this business over time. But I also just want to say I love working with a group right now. We're in the middle of boot camp. I know I'm personally enjoying just a reminder of the basics and going back to that high caliber thinking of how we're looking at things. Honestly, 8 years later, I'm still just continuing to remind myself to do the basics. And when we dive into the basics, that's honestly when we thrive. When we inspect what we expect, when we get, and adding the thing there, I'm really glad Craig started off with that, because adding a creative flair to our basics and where we're going and having a plan and kind of basically, I think about our work like a masterpiece. Like you're always creating something that lights your fire, that is on the basics, because the basics are what we do. You don't have to go reinvent the wheel, but you can work in the areas that help you, really be passionate about where you're going. So this is a leader group here, and I know many of you guys are getting some great results from boot camp. So I thought I'd actually just open up the call to start off with who has been really enjoying this. We just had a sponsoring, acceleration, blitz. What have you guys, I want to share, if you guys want to brag on anybody, or if you guys are doing anything in particular or had any shifts. I just kind of want to open it up to this group of people. This is a 7 or 8 point above or higher executive director group. You guys are all thinking at a higher level. I just wanted to open it up to maybe share, what are some takeaways or some things that are going well? Yeah, go ahead and unmute yourself. I see you raising your hand, Yvonne.
So I want to brag on Pretty. Pretty's doing fantastic. She's been participating in the boot camp. And I think if she's willing to come off mute, and share a little bit, she's just been doing awesome with exploring coaching with people and just her mindset. So I would love to invite and celebrate all of Pretty's wonderful accomplishments just in the last few weeks.
Thanks, Yvonne. Thanks, Brad. It's nice to be able to share with everyone else what's been happening with me over these past few weeks. Both the growth groups and the sponsoring boot camp, and making those so many ahas in this short period of time with that mindset plus skill set and how they work together in order to move forward. And that's where that happens, whether you're sponsoring a client or sponsoring a coach. They both go hand in hand, and that's really been helping me. And just really taking the time to connect with who I'm talking to, and those pauses, and not my agenda, but thinking about having that end in mind. What is it that I want? What is it I'm striving for? All those things. So that's awesome. I'm enjoying the journey.
Pretty. That was incredible. And again, I'm a nerd on this stuff, because I love that you literally are so excited about the basics that you're coming back to, and you're seeing the results of showing up and focusing on people. Well done. Congrats for investing in yourself, and congrats on being a part of this group that makes us all better. Who else has something else they want to share? I'm trying to rush out to, because I think someone unmuted themselves. Yeah, I think someone's unmuted themselves. Go for it.
Hey, Brad, this is Melissa. Just excited that, I've been around forever, and I've got team that's been around for, it seems like forever, 6, 7 years. And these boot camps and this go around, they are just on fire. We've had more new coaches join us in the last month. It's just totally amazing. The Jollies are sponsoring people right and left. Julia Carey, oh my gosh, she's been around forever, and she's like wanting to run with this. And Cindy Esch, new coaches right and left. They're keeping me busy with those welcoming and getting to know you kind of calls. It's awesome.
I love that. And actually, let me ask you a question on that, because we built some sustainable businesses. We're continuing to always help people, but there's a fire that's happened. Where do you see that fire has been ignited from? Like, where do you see that the shift happening? Because we all look for that shift constantly in ourselves, and to grow and to dive inside of ourselves and recreate. Where do you think that's coming from?
I think the shift is coming with the why before the how, and really concentrating. And all the boot camps this go around are really concentrating on that. And giving people the verbiage and allowing them to speak from their heart. And that's been something totally different. We've always had, do X, Y, and Z, and you come up with something wonderful. And we have really trained on now, everything is different. You're speaking from your heart, and the baby steps, the requests of having people have those celebration calls, I think is another really big one. Where people are really utilizing celebration calls. I'm able to drip coaching, and there's a lot of people that are coming on going, oh yeah, I think I like that. And their coaches have gone, I've said that 14 times, but that third party credibility has been huge.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. And I just love the focus on the steps and bringing, like, it's a focus on creativity and bringing people like that credibility is huge. So great. Let's do a couple more before we jump into today.
Hey, Brad, I'll go. Good morning.
Go for it, Carly.
Yeah, so I think honestly, it's really about reconnecting with people. I think the boot camp and these just really help us go back, like you were saying, to the basics and really investing, listening more, really getting to know people. My team is getting really excited, like having fun again, like really like getting out there, meeting people. One of my teams last night did an awesome vision board with, some of their coaches and clients. So I think everybody's just, the excitement is just so powerful right now. I think people are just, they're learning to love coaching again in a way stronger way, because this is such a relationable business, and really just meeting people where they are. As Charlene says, I love the antenna ears, really listening to what people are saying, because that's where you hear where we can, invest this amazing program to them in all areas of their life.
I love that, Carlene. And that's actually one of the things that I was going to talk about later. And hopefully I remember to talk about that. But so spot on. Just the excitement, the love, the passion, and just listening and being there, like really spot on. And the cool thing is, guys, I want you to remember this as a leader group, a raising tide raises all ships. So when you keep that momentum, this is actually one of the best pieces of advice I ever got. It's from my old boss. We were just like killing it in our industry. We started a new department and we were really just tearing it up. And I was like, dude, we crushed our numbers last month. Let's go golfing. And he said, no, that's when average people take a rest and take a break. The best of the best pour it on when things are good right now. And so Carlene's seeing the effect of momentum and building on top of successes. So a raising tide raises all ships. I love that. Let's do one more before we pop into just today.
Hey, Brad, Linda here.
Go for it, Linda.
Good morning, everyone. Well, first of all, these boot camps are incredible. I think one of the biggest things that I was sharing with Craig was adding structure to coaching, which is such a, of course, but so often of the time, I didn't realize some blind spots that I had where I needed to be on these boot camps to see those areas of weakness. And I was doing so much more emotional coaching, coaching when I felt like it, or letting off the gas instead of what you said, Brad, where you're actually adding to the fuel when you've got that momentum. And then learning the rinse and repeat structures of layering from the very beginning and really having that hands off, and a couple of other guests said it too, hands off, open approach to, if this could work for you, why would I not share it rather than being attached to that outcome? So a lot of personal, I can't not grow personally in coaching, but that structure, layering from the beginning, doing these in community, it makes such a difference. And it's way more fun and more people want to do it. I think I can be skeptical, and there's so many people excited about it. And why not invite them into this amazing community? So it's been really good.
Well done. That's really spot on. And I think that's part of like coming here in a mindset is like actually thinking outside of our box, like to realize like with like to look what Doug's talking about with trilogy glasses, to see the fit and the need on there, not to judge. And literally kind of like what Dr. A's identity book is all about, getting outside of ourselves and getting into the creation. You're just focusing on other people. And when you're doing that, it's not about like, oh, if I wonder if they're going to be a fit or not. You're so bulletproof and you know what you're offering that it just becomes about just go. It's kind of through the motions, but it's not through the motions. You're just
Totally.
actions like crazy because you know what you're bringing to people. So
Yep.
that was spot on. Some great stuff. And that was really good. I want to do one more. And it's honestly to also brag on her, but I have so many people I could brag on, and I could brag on all of you. Like, I can't like point out enough like how much we're all doing this together. This is how we reach so many lives. But I wanted to call on Dawn Chow because we had a conversation on a couple things, and I think it's really applicable to a bunch of people here. One, Dawn is a great leader of her team, but recently she's like had like, because she constantly will check with me on stuff like, oh, what do you think here? And I've just really been instilling her, like, you know what to do. Just like everyone here on this call knows what to do and sometimes needs to go with our gut instinct and knows that we have that fire inside of us. And also to that point, I think sometimes we don't, like, this is one of my favorite quotes is, most overnight successes took a really long time. And sometimes we shy away right when things are going to start to turn over. And I remember her kind of like looking at her business, like, it was a good month, but she's like, it's not exactly the way I really wanted to go, like, having a higher vision. And I'm like, stay the course. You don't always see, just like when we don't see all of the plans that we do come into fruition for clients, or all of our little drips on coaches come to fruition, you stay the course and it turns over. So Dawn really, and her awesome crew of people, like, took on this sponsoring incentive like crazy. They've been doing really well in boot camp. And Dawn, you basically saw the fruition of what was coming along. Like, you have so many great partners that are doing great. So I just thought you might give some light to that, because I think that's something at this level that we all can be reminded of. So Dawn, can you speak to that for a second?
Yeah, absolutely, Brad. Thank you so much. I'm loving hearing everyone's voices and all the excitement around this. That's right, because I do check with you often. I mean, we've been doing this together for 7 years. And when you think of, you kind of sometimes you overestimate what you can do in a year, but you underestimate drastically what you can do in 5 or 7, you guys. So for those of you, some of you have been around for a long time, some of you are just getting started, but it has been amazing because this last season, we've really been pouring into taking it back to the basics of amazing, solid client support, integrating people into our awesome community, because that is the foundation of what we have here and how it's so different. And over the season of doing that, like the holidays, you may not see that solid growth in numbers, right? You may not see that tangible, group volumes going out of gangbusters. But what we saw in January and heading into February is fruition of consistency, of helping our friends and family get wins in their health, of being there for them, of listening. Pretty, some of the things that you were sharing, those consistent points of being there and listening for people and pouring into your clients, connecting them to the community, and never giving up on anyone. We saw our whole group this last season. It's amazing how much you guys can change in just a couple of weeks, or maybe even just a couple of days, when people see the vision. And I saw a quote recently that said, your life unfolds with your courage. And I kind of feel like that is what's happened. We are seeing lives just unfold, and it's because there's this courage, there's this confidence, there's the feeling of the time is right, because the groundwork and the trust has been laid. So I just wanted to share that with everyone. So if you're in the do and you're doing the consistent action and you're sharing with people and you're really building those relationships of trust, have that courage and know that the time will come to just really invite them, because that's what we've been doing over the last couple of weeks, Brad. We've just been honestly having some heartfelt conversations with great friends who happen to be clients. Some of them aren't even clients yet, but you know what? People are saying yes because they see what we have, they see what we stand for, and they want to be part of it. So it's been amazing to see it roll out and people just blossom on our team.
I love that. So something that I was really like, that kind of goes with what I want to share with you today, because this is a good reminder for all of us at this level. You know, we're always doing these daily action steps and it's good. But what we're doing here together is we're gleaning from people that want more in life. We're raising our caliber and our eyesight of what we see as our potential around us and what we can encourage ourselves to be better in. So Dawn, you always did it. And plus you got to go on that trip to Maui and be around some great people as well. You also took some time to creatively look, like, besides raising your abundance, meter in your mind and focusing on what we have to offer, like literally through the boot camp, like I'm continuing to reach that like ping of like, oh my gosh, this is literally like my cup is full with a reminder of everything that we offer people. So your mindset was set. And then you went to a creative focus and clarity on your business. You scaled back to like, basics so that you were doing more, or you have more time for more action and the things that you want to create. And you went and worked that out of that creation and that abundance, you went and worked focused in your team. And I mean, with your business and yourself. And so I'm just saying that's the recipe always for success, is to slow down and to really kind of take a approach from an abundance standpoint.
And one last thing, Brad, I was going to say, because we were talking about yesterday and really talking about this word contend, this word contending for others and contending for ourselves. And we kind of had a conversation about that. And one thing that Brian and I had a conversation after I came home from a week with amazing women in Maui was this idea that, and you guys, wherever you're at in life, sit and think, are you happy? Are your needs met? Are you feeling grateful or blessed for all the things in your life? Because Brian and I sure had gotten to a point where we were blessed, we were grateful, our needs are met. And then we had to stop and think, are the needs of others being met? Are we contending for others to rise up to greatness and to that place where they are fully having their needs met and they're blessed and they're able to bless others? Because we've really gotten to a point where we were okay, we were good, but we had to really dig deep and like, oh my gosh, if we don't contend for greatness and greatness for others, so wherever you're at, wherever we're at, it's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to be like, oh, things are good and I should be really grateful for the good things. Well, you know what? We can contend for great in our own lives. And when we start to contend for the great for the others, for our friends and our family, that's when the whole world opens up.
Just drop the mic. That was pretty incredible. I think me personally, I just have to tell you, this is what I love about Take Shape for Life in this group. Like, we just come here and we're starting to share what we're all doing here. And I think we've all probably can agree, we've gotten a lot of like good things from this call already today. We're adding to that cup of abundance and what we're looking for in people, that we want to bring on and seeing the greatness within them. I want to do one more because I forgot that it's already the second Wednesday of the month. And there might be some other our advancements in there as well. So if there's someone you guys want to brag on, go ahead or private message me so I can do that. But we have some new globals in the midst. So Tim and Kelly hit global last month and they're raising up some great partners. So I thought I'd also call on them as a celebration. And also, honestly, a pure example of what Dawn exactly just talked about. So I thought maybe you could speak for a second because you guys are killing it right now. Like, you guys literally are the pinging effect of what I'm talking about. Creative, abundant approach, partnering, full cup mindset of what you're offering to people and focus on what you're creating. Thought you could just maybe share some thoughts on what's going well in your business, because there's a lot of things going well.
Okay, I got to the mic first, so we're in different places, so go figure. I'm always fast on the button to talk. Thank you. I was just cheering Dawn on because I was able to be in that great place of being poured into with her as well in Maui. But really what it is, and I couldn't exactly. Like, it's about loving on people. It's about loving their clients where they are, and even potentially before they're our clients. Because what happens is, you know, they get to be family. And I said this the other night, but it's so true. Like, sometimes I forget, oh, what are we celebrating? Because I'm checking on everything else in their life, and they love being a part of our community. And so for me, it's in our organization that's spreading like wildfire. Carlene, Lindsay, because we've let it go about worrying what exactly is going to happen, and we're really just concerned about the people and what they are looking for. And you know, it's overwhelming because they want it, they need it, and we're here. So now I'm going to start, you know, this is amazing. Just the whole experience has been amazing the last, I don't know, 4 or 6 months. So thank you. And I'll let Tim add what he would.
Tim, are you there?
Well, thanks. I'm going to try. I have some very rough internet where I'm at, but literally just being authentic, loving on people, and just, you know, doing the do, just touching your business every day in a loving, authentic way, and being plugged in. You know, this is an amazing community, and it's just, you know, the growth and the relationship of just and just love on people.
I think that's a really good one there. Well done, you guys. Congrats. And honestly, just back to like the tip of most overnight successes took a really long time. I really remember about 7 months ago, you guys turned up the heat on some of these basics. You went as abundance, and you like wore me out on 3-way celebration calls. And honestly, I remember telling you guys, like, this is a statement, because I could speak highly about everyone, but like, I don't know if you have more clients that love you more than anyone else I've ever seen before. Like, they abundantly, like, you have a good rapport with them and you focus on them. So prequel to where you guys are now with an abundance mindset. So well done. And then I'm actually going to throw it over to my Louisiana friends. I think we have someone else to celebrate, and maybe it's some points to glean from them as well today. So Harold, you guys there?
Hey guys, yes. So we are so blessed. We have such an amazing team, and there is another new global, Joanna Mitchell, who is on the line today. And she is just a rock star in so many ways. This homeschooling mom of 6, just devout leader and in Christ, and she just speaks into people's lives in such a great way. So I'd love to bless you guys with a little bit of Joe this morning. Joe, are you on?
I am. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I have my personal assistant on with me this morning, Molly, so excuse the extra person in the screen. This has been quite a journey for me, and the mind shift for me was when I realized I have the golden ticket. I have the most amazing gift to offer people, and I believe it. Like, I believe I have the most amazing gift to offer people. So it no longer becomes something that I am willing to hold back, because that would be selfish, and I don't want to be selfish. I want to be able to offer it to whoever I can talk to. And recognizing that the second I say hello to someone, I consider myself their health coach. I consider myself someone who can at least start by helping them dream, whether they decide to lock arms with me or not at that day or that moment in their journey. But maybe if I keep loving on them, and as I continue to just invest in their dreams, that they might choose to lock arms with me, whether it be in their financial journey, their health journey, whatever it is. But it's an honor. I love that I get to lock arms with people. It's an honor that people share their dreams with me, and I don't take it for granted, and I love to be a part of it.
I love that, Joanna. Congratulations. And that's the mindset I'm talking about. I actually, throughout the abundance of this call, like, I actually just started crying. Like, it's really, truly incredible what we had to offer people. And I had a conversation with Ashley. She came home last night. We've been really investing in some new relationships. And then just like someone felt confident enough to her to open up about their struggles and where they are in life. And it's just like, wow, like Ashley literally went over like every option for them. And it's like to realize like what we have in our hands and what we offer people, and whatever portion they come to, it's like, it's honestly overwhelming, like what we get to offer people. And your mindset of just focusing on people right there, just like everyone else has shared, and you know what you have in your hands. You're just going through the steps, focusing on people where you can serve and moving them forward. When you make it about others and not yourself, but also have a CEO hat on and are pour it into yourself to know the tools on how to serve people, amazing things happen. So no wonder you're where you're at, Joanna. Congratulations, and to everyone else that shared. I want to finish up real quick here before we pop on here, Doug, because I think that'll be another good voice since we're in the middle of boot camp. It's going to carry on. But I just wanted, if I could, I mean, you guys came here because you guys desire to grow and continue to develop yourself. You guys want more in life. This is what I would leave you guys with today, gleaming on top of all the other tips here, is one, know the logistics of your business. Right now is February. It's the time to be pouring it on. It's the time to be exploring new partners. It's the time to be making time to pour into people. It's the time to bring people into TSFL. We all know that March and April we never have bad months, but these are the months that if you're really tilling the seeds, if you're really pouring into people, if you're planting the seeds, if you're plugging them in, if they're doing the steps, you're going to see fruit. It's just an easy thing of this season. We have the golden ticket in health and life and whatever people need, personal development, relationships. Are you kidding me? Like, you pick. We got what people need here. So I would encourage you right now that this is the time to inspect your business and figure out where you want to spend your time at. I loved where a lot of people shared here. There's the steps in this business, but there's also a creative aspect in this business. And if it's been a while since you've collectively sat down and had some creative juices in your business, you notice Doug has a whiteboard. We have a whiteboard, like a vision board, whatever. Bring some creativity in your business. I would highly recommend that, and have a bigger picture, have a bigger purpose, have that next goal in mind. And really everything, realizing that we're all different, pick the things that really light your fire and try to line them up like the planets align when things just start to work out. When you're aligning your purpose, your desire, maybe like an income that you never thought possible, with how many people you want to see healthy. I don't know, whatever speaks your mind and where you want to go and the people you want to see, and really investing in that, I would highly recommend that. If you guys haven't done that, I would recommend that. Remember to bring creativity to your business. I can't say that enough. We got the systems, we got the steps, but that it's opened up for you to bring your own voice and your own creativity into it. The other thing that I would really encourage this group right here, and I had a long conversation with Ashley about it last night, we have such a gift for people to come into TSFL and just continue to grow and be a place where it's safe to grow. But I would really encourage you guys, as we look here today and we're in the middle of this boot camp and our mindset's pinging right now, bring on people that you're scared to talk to, the highest caliber of people. Sometimes when we're not thinking abundantly, we can have kind of a default setting on our business, and we can kind of be like, oh, I'll just take who comes in, and we see the need and we see the fit. But and I'm saying this is for everyone, but I would encourage this group of people that's here devoted to growing themselves. Ashley and I having a conversation. It's like, we were hungry for this kind of stuff, just like many of you guys are on this line. Look for people that are hungry to grow, hungry to have a bigger abundance, hungry to make a difference in people's lives, and realize, like what Don was saying, contending, realizing that they just might need a little bit of dusting off. Look for those traits deep within people, even if they're buried at the moment. So that would be my encouragement to all of us here today as we're all getting better. Be fearless, be totally abundant, keep investing in yourself, and invest in people that want to invest in themselves. My biggest takeaway this last season, and it's not like a big shit, it's just kind of like a reminder, why am I up at night worrying about people, even though, because I see the potential in it, when they're not up worrying about me or themselves or their business or growing in their life. I want to help them. I'm not forgetting about them, but why am I spending time when there's people that literally want to raise their hand? And people like that are the things that make people want to raise up and do more. So my encouragement to you guys all is, look for high caliber partners. Look for the people that are scared. Look for the people that want to change the world. Realize that I've seen people that I never thought really would do anything, do amazing things. So never pre-qualify what people could do, give them all an option. But I would really encourage this group to think large and to think abundant and to think about partners and people getting healthy that would light your fire and that would bring a lot of value to people in their world. That's the biggest thing I got for you. So the last thing that I have for all you guys today is what's really changed for me at different times in our business, and probably where a lot of you guys are at, and probably, Tim and Kelly and Joanna, you probably know exactly this, is find out when you have partners and continue to add partners and continue to do those basics, but figure out what your partners want. Make a plan. Don't manage them. but connect with them, creativity, or in a creative way, make a plan, know their business. When I'm running with people to executive director for the first time, and please remember that executive director is not the mark. That's just something you hit on the way to building a sustainable business. I actually have a map for them. Like I track their map, like I track, like they're tracking their map because they've never done it before. And so I want to live and breathe their business, and I want to know where they're going. I want to track it. And like, this is the 8th of the month, especially for people like, and this is another good tip for all the people that are popping new EDs, maybe for on the newer side of times, is there's no more important month than the month after someone hits ED for the first time, because it's what you learn to do into sustainable action after you hit ED that makes the difference. So what I'm saying here is basically track their business, grab your partners, and then right now is the 8th of the month. This is most people will work when they are 10 days away from the month. But right now, like as we're all learning, and all of you guys do, that's why you're here on this call, is you guys work day in, day out. So take a look at that business, partner with them, don't manage them, and just keep showing them the steps, tripping on them along the way. I think that's pretty much what I have for you guys as you guys just continue to be abundant. I was going to talk about reports, but I want to hop on that call that Doug's doing right now. But in case you guys haven't looked, this is the last thing I really want to do this as you're posturing, bringing on strong partners, is watch your genealogy, because that'll give you an overview of your business. If you haven't set up your dashboard report to focus on the teams that you're really focusing on, I would highly recommend doing that. Contact reports, I was going to go into that, but that's something you guys can look in. That's the most versatile report you can pull. But one thing I really want to share with you, and this is because this is what lit our fire. When I bring on a strong partner, I'm looking for like 3 months ahead. Like I'm working now, but I'm working 3 months ahead. I'm looking for that month where they start to realize this is all happening. They probably hit executive director. They've gotten certified. They just got their rolling bonus. Do you guys know, like if you just sustainably help them grow their business, like most people could be ED their 3rd month and hit their rolling bonus that month. And that's probably like $2,500 and they have or more. And they don't even realize that they could be making that much money, and they don't even realize how far they've come. So just so you know, like the way my mind works, and this has been a few ahas for the leaders I've talked to, is watch people's certification. Remember that we want to get that going early, and then track their bonus month so that you can help it culminate. Because sometimes that bonus is enough for them to push through just a little bit more to help them reach ED for the first time. And do you know what it's like realizing you got paid an incredible amount when you didn't think you would ever make a dime in this business, and you're in the middle of seeing your friends and family have that first fat burn effect? Maybe people hit that first 30 pounds, maybe have your first coach. So that would be the big piece that I would leave for this crew right here. As this year, this time, and we're in the sponsoring boot camp, we're going to bring on partners. Think 3 months ahead and just focus on the first few steps with those coaches, and really line up that certification bonus with probably reaching ED in the next few months. So that's what I have for you guys. I can't thank everyone enough. I'm just looking at the chat real quick. Yes, and I'll talk with Terry about that. That's probably what we'll exactly do, is go over some tracking reports in the next one. That's been a big question for a lot of people here. But I'll talk with Terry. We'll do that probably on the 4th Wednesday of this month. But you all, the most important thing I would leave you guys with today as we hop back and to hear some of the things that Doug and what our team is listening to is surround yourself with great people. Raise yourself up to be better. Know that you are incredible. And I just can't thank you guys all enough, because I could sit on this call all day long and glean little pieces from all of you. I think we all got our cups filled today. I think we all got a little bit of tips. And the last piece I would bring for you on this is look for people like the people on this call. They are out there and they are waiting for us. And some of them are in process right now, but have that abundance mindset. You know, this is bulletproof and we're going to change the world. So that's what I'll leave you with this Wednesday. I'll go see you on the boot camp call. Have a great day, everybody.